What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTW BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are playing as the WWF in the year 2001, but more importantly, we are booking the Invasion angle, and tonight we are going to be running Sunday Night Heat, the most fun of shows, right? We had a locker room incident. Shawn Stasiak, the son of Stan Stasiak, he has a Heat. Sorry if my voice is going in and out right now. I'm kind of messing with my microphone. My little brother had my headset not too long ago, so he messed with all my... It's basically not the way I had it before, so I'm trying to fix it. Either way, Shawn Stasiak, he has heat with the locker room for having a selfish attitude. Or a selfish attitude. Enunciate your words, shall we? He had a selfish attitude, so we gave him a stern warning. Nothing really of importance happened out of that, so we moved on. But I did put him in a match, and we'll get to that. So let's go ahead and run the show, and we open up the show with that match. Shawn Stasiak battling the Big Quiche, Rikishi. We get a C rating, not too bad. In a poor match, Rikishi defeated Shawn Stasiak by pinfall with the rump shaker. Now, you know what's funny about this, nerds and geeks? Originally, I actually had Shawn Stasiak going over Taka Michinoku. I was thinking to myself, Taka, he's leaving. Might as well have him, help put over some people, even though he doesn't have a lot of popularity to put over, but he's a good wrestler. Help some people look good, maybe help them learn some things. But then Shawn Stasiak, or as I pulled up the the notepad before I started recording this, that's when I remembered Shawn Stasiak had a selfish behavior tonight. So I figured, you know what? Why not take him down a notch and have him lose to Rikishi? So we did exactly that. Stasiak is getting better at his gimmick, which, if you remember, we did change on Friday Night SmackDown to having a second-generation gimmick. So he's getting better at it, so that's pretty good. And Stasiak had an in-ring performance of D+, to Rikishi's C. Also, Stasiak's improving in Rumble. So, despite having a selfish attitude, Stasiak improving on quite a lot tonight. Good for you, Shawn. Out of curiosity, he's got star quality and some motivation. Look at Shawn Stasiak. But you got a selfish personality. Moving on to our next segment, we go to a D+. Mysterio and Kidman, they're already in the ring. They're waiting for their opponents, who make their way down to the ring with mics in their hand, and those opponents, of course, being Jamie Noble and Just Incredible. If anyone remembers last week's Sunday Night Heat, Just Incredible made a move on Torrie Wilson, which led to a match between him and Kidman, which Kidman won. Then Kidman got jumped by Noble and Incredible, which led to Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman's friend, coming out and saving him, which led to this tag team match. So Jamie Noble takes the mic and he says, Now, look what we have here, Justin. It isn't a bunch of wieners. And Incredible then replies, a bunch of wieners who, quite frankly, got lucky last week. Kidman, last week was a fluke victory, and you're damn lucky that Ray came down and helped you, because we would have ended you right there. Noble then takes the mic again. He says, in fact, we're going to end you both tonight. So, Torrie, why don't you just come save everyone the trouble and come to our corner? Now, of course, Noble and Incredible are in the ring, and then Noble then gets kind of in Rey Mysterio's face, and he goes, oh, and Ray, after I beat you tonight, I'll make sure to come for that Cruiserweight title next. Ring the bell, boy. We got some pain to dish out. And then we go on to our match. So originally I just kind of paired these two together because why the hell not? But I kind of like the pairing of these guys just thinking they're the best damn thing in the world. Think of it more of a revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, but more of a comedy version of those two who aren't really as good as they say they are. So we move on to the match, which gets a C-. That makes 0 sense, but whatever, we'll get to that in a second. And about that had subpar wrestling and Little Heat. Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman defeating Just Incredible and Jamie Noble in 7 minutes and 55 seconds when Kidman defeated Noble with a shooting star press. So, Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. In what world do these two have zero chemistry as tag team partners? Apparently this one. And what sucks even more is that these guys are former WCW Tag Team Champions. So it's kind of just like, that's a bummer, but um, gonna have to delete that. Delete. And here's another thing that I find hilarious. So Rey Mysterio, the Cruiserweight Champion and one of the greatest wrestlers in the entire wrestling industry ever, Billy Kidman and Just Incredible all got an in-ring performance of a D+. Jamie Noble now, who is the enhancement talent of all these three. I believe Billy Kidman's an opener. Credible and Mysterio are both lower mid-carders. Jamie Noble is the only enhancement talent. Got a C-. He was the best wrestler tonight. What? This is the weirdest match ever. And Just Incredible's improving in Rumble. That's not so weird, but still. Let me look at Jamie Noble. I'm only assuming that Kidman and Mysterio did so bad is because they have no chemistry as partners, but Jamie Noble, why is whatever. That's okay. Of course, we then move on to our This Week in the WWF segment, which gets a solid B rating. Just recapping, the feuds that happened in the week between like Mick Foley and Regal, the alliance of Stone Cold and Rhino, and how they're taking on Triple H. And then, of course, Kurt Angle trying to get the trust back of the WWF, which didn't get anywhere with him as he got taken down by both Jericho and The Rock this week on both Raw and SmackDown. Kevin Kelly, pretty weak on the announcing side. Thanks a lot for that, Kelly. It did get the crowd hotter. Lost some heat for the Austin Triple H feud, but that's whatever. We can easily gain that back. But Regal and Foley moved on as well. Okay. I don't know why I'm looking at all this extra stuff. Moving on to our next segment. We go to a D rating, and about that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Mark Jindrak defeating Little Guido, or better known to a lot of people by Nunzio. I just went by his ECW name. Little Guido in 2 minutes and 46 seconds with the mark of perfection. It did cool the crowd a little bit, which is unfortunate, but to be fair, what are you expecting? We can do that in the next segment. Hold on. So Mark Jindrak at a D+, Little Guido at an E+, no worker improvements. We move on to our next segment. Yeah, let's just move on. And we go to a Molly Holly. I guess Molly Holly accompanies Hardcore Holly now? I had no idea. We then go to a D+. After the match is over, Mark Jindrak just defeated Little Guido. He kicks Little Guido, just kind of kicking him literally out of the ring. He then asks for a mic and receives. Jindrak takes that mic and he says, "Is this really the best you've got for me? I'm tired of coming out here week after week after week and getting these appetizers. Look at me. I'm exactly what a superstar should be, and I'm hungry for some real competition. I'm sick of these appetizers. I'm ready for the entree. Give me someone who can give me a challenge." Asking you shall receive. Hardcore Holly's music hits. How do you like me now? Makes his way a beeline towards the ring. Molly Holly apparently is having troubles keeping up. Gets right in Jindrak's face. And Holly says, "You want to know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of WCW guys thinking that our shows are your platforms to success. You want a challenge, boy? You've got one." And then he takes a swing at Jindrak, connects with his jaw, takes him down, and the bell rings. Jindrak is debuting a new character, or a new gimmick, I should say. He was originally just a badass. We're changing him to a gimmick like it said Evolution, which pretty much just means a young guy who feels he is the future, or, the next evolution of superstar, pretty much, which originally I wanted to go for like a narcissist gimmick, kind of like a la Lex Luger, but apparently Jindrak didn't have all the skills to pull that off, which I don't know how to check what he's missing, which would be cool if someone could tell me if there is a way. If not, they should probably put that in. Either way, though, then I stumbled upon the Evolution, and I thought it would kind of be a cool gimmick to go with, with Mark Jindrak saying, he's the evolution of the super, or, the new WWE or wrestling superstar, pretty much, of what they should be. And it kind of ties into a little bit of backstory on Jindrak, or I guess a little bit of fun history fact on Jindrak, is he was originally supposed to be a part of the stable Evolution with Triple H, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton. He was going to have Batista's spot, or should I say Batista got his spot. He was originally planned for that spot, and I believe they even had like vignettes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that words right. They had like video package films with Mark Jindrak in the group, but instead for some reason went with Batista. I don't know if it's ever been explained why. Either way, Thought that'd be interesting. Of course, I have big plans for Mark Jindrak, given that he is the protege to the Undertaker. He got an average rating on his Evolution gimmick, so that's not too bad. So we move on to our next and our main event of the night. Gets a C rating, a solid average C, and about that had subpar wrestling and a little heat. Mark Jindrak defeats Hardcore Holly in 10 minutes and 14 seconds with the mark of perfection, getting better at his gimmick. Jindrak had a performance of a D+, Hardcore Holly at a C, and Mark Jindrak is also improving in performance skills. I might make a feud out of this, actually. I wish I would have had a post-match beatdown after that, and like Jindrak kind of sending a message to Hardcore Holly, but you know what, whatever. We'll just say that happened, shall we? Hayabusa! What the hell is this? Oh, that's cool. I guess, is it 4th of July or what? I don't get it. Technically, I guess it would be 4th of July since, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, now it's the 4th, so I guess we're going with that. Happy 4th of July, everybody. That's pretty cool. Comes with like a little banner. That's really neat, actually. Huh. That's really cool. Does it do it to all of them? Yeah, it does. It stays there. We got the number 2 rating over fucking Osaka. Wow, that's pretty cool. Daphne's on the rise. Look at that. All right, let's look at this. Nothing special. No opinions, no nothing. How long have we been recording for, out of curiosity? Wow, not that long. You know what? We're going to skip ahead to the next week, shall we? That's still pretty cool that they have like a 4th of July theme. Now that makes me, and I'm pretty sure they do have that, but it'd be cool like when we get to like, probably December 25th and it'll have a Christmas theme and so on and so forth. Like maybe it'll have a Halloween theme. I'm interested to see what else goes on. That's really cool. Nice little added touch that they didn't have to do. SmackDown aired. It got a 41.40 rating. I'm assuming that's good. What does it say? It doesn't say anything special. What the hell? Okay, so let's, this is interesting. I don't know who this is, but Kazukiya Fujita accepts MMA fight. In a story by our friends over at blurcat.com, Kazukiya Fujita will be competing in MMA. The 30-year-old has accepted an offer to fight in a few months and is believed to be starting his camp in just 8 weeks or so while training for the fight. He will not be doing anything connected with wrestling in order to maintain his focus. That's really cool, actually. I read somewhere that, people can go on to do MMA and, is he written? And go on to do just touring. Like, so is, why does that one say touring? That one say, either way, people can go on to do like MMA and people can go on to do, movies and all that, which kind of makes me worry about, The Rock. That was one of my main worries about making him a figurehead, because I know Rock might leave. It could be in the mod to go and do movies at one point, so that would suck if we invested all this time and he does that. But at the same time, he was practically the face at this time. I don't know anything about CMML at this time, but I'm curious to see who won the tournament. The Grand Prix tournament. Unless it's not a tournament. I don't even know what the Grand Prix tournament is. I love tournaments. I love stuff like that. I always have. Was there no tournament? Get out of my face then. Why call it a Grand Prix tournament? Nick Dinsmore, Eugene, on the rise. Chris Canyon, everybody, back at 100% from that extreme bedhead. Still don't know what that means. Hayabusa touring with Noah. Oh, Mark Henry and Dave Taylor have begun a heated rivalry and can barely be in the same room with each other without a full-blown verbal war erupting. Attempts by friends to solve the issues have apparently thus far been unsuccessful. So both Dave Taylor is one of our trainees, and Mark Henry, one of the superstars in developmental. Apparently they now have a strong dislike, which honestly we're probably going to be getting rid of Dave Taylor at some point, so doesn't bother me. Taka Michinoku, of course, who works for us, who will be leaving soon, is indeed going to go on to tour with Noah. So good for him. We might keep up with that, make it like a story or something. And Nigel McGuinness, probably a fave of a lot of people, as we said. What's this? Ric Flair, unhappy with the push we're giving him. Hold the phone. What are we pushing you as, Rick? What do you want to be? Personality. Don't you should be a manager, right? A main eventer. Oh, Rick, I mean, technically, yes, you can wrestle. You should I make him a main eventer? I'd rather him just be a manager as of right now. I prefer to be in an active in ring position, perhaps as a main eventer. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's make him a main event talent, I guess. And is he on the auto push thing? Was he one of? Yeah, he was one of the ones that I. So we are gonna make Ric Flair a main event talent, even though I don't want to. Does he push anybody out? Big Show, Book, Benoit, Jericho, Page, Kane, Flair, Austin, Rock. All right, so he doesn't really push anybody out of their role per se, but because Kurt Angle's already in that area anyway. But out of curiosity, I do want to see what it says like as him as a figurehead. It says he's close to being a good figurehead, and I also want to see where he places now in the creative meeting if he places at all somewhere. Talk to talk. I mean, I already knew he was in the talk to talk section. I guess not, which I makes sense. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Ric Flair's a main event talent. That's what I was worried about, but it's what you get when you want to do something. Kento Kobashi back at 100%, so that'll be good for New Japan. Is that where he works, right? No, he works at Noah. What am I talking about? Honky Tonk Man out of IWA PR, which I guess we have relations with. One more, and then we're on to week 2. Chaz Warrington, one of the headbangers. And Heat got a 2.86 rating. Tiger Mask has left 0-1. And Stevie Richards is now rated as toned. What was he before? I wish it would tell me. You know what, Dave Taylor? Let's fire him. Let's fire Dave Taylor. I'm sick and tired of him. Come here, Dave. We're going to go to developmental. Find Dave Taylor. What's your contract? How much would we have to pay him? Look at that. Fuck it. Get rid of him. I'm sick of him complaining all the time. Is he mad at us now, though? Let's see. There's Dave Bautista. Oh my god, so many Daves, so little time. Strong. No, he doesn't hate us, but we finally got rid of him. Thank God. Probably gonna have to find someone else to train, though. Do we have any trainers? I guess I'll just have to swift through real quick. Jim Cornette, but that's not really the best trainer in the world. Rip Rogers. I want to get someone that I like. So before we end this episode, because we are on Raw, I am going to hire somebody who, if I can preferably get someone who is good in psychology. If I can get someone in, whatever, that is to hire. Alright, well, we can't get Brett. Pretty sure Jake's got problems, doesn't he? Did not mean to click that. I might hire, you know what? Let's hire Ricky Steamboat and Rey Mysterio. Developmental trainer. Can we get him at 11,000? That'd be pretty cool. No signing bonus. Get out of here with that. Make offer. Cool. Alright, so we got Steamboat, and let's see if Rey Mysterio will. Oh, well, he's not active here, so never mind, I guess not. There goes that idea. I'm thinking Harley Race, but I mean, he might be good at psychology. He's got good basics, too, but why not? And you know what? Mick Foley thinks it's a good idea, too. So let's go. There we go. To make it good. We did do developmental training. Yep. Alright, so we got some people coming in to train some developmental territories. Might hire one more to have one at each area, but I'll do that off screen. Either way, nerds and geeks, this video has run on a little long, not too long, but a little longer than most heats do. But if you guys stuck around with all this post fun, hope you guys have enjoyed. My name's been OMG WTF LOL at the WBRB. I thank you so much for watching. And if you have enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, maybe comment, and subscribe if you haven't done already. As always, I will see you guys for Monday Night Raw, but until then, have a great day.